Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. As of right now, there are 2 tiers you can sign up for. The first tier is called the OneLove Fan. The perks that you will receive are loyalty badges that set you apart from the rest in the comments. You will also be able to use custom emojis as well as priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks that you will receive here are the loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority reply to comments, member shoutouts. More perks will be added down the road. If you are interested in joining the membership, please feel free to hit the join button. So we're going to get into this live that Olivia did on yesterday, which was Wednesday, October 1st. There was a few things we definitely needed to speak on regarding this live, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
Okay, happy October. Yes, it's the first of the month. Yes, y'all, it is the first of the month. Happy October. How exciting. So who's planning the Halloween party? I want an invite. I'm gonna have a birthday party for Robin, and that's gonna be like our Halloween party. But also, I'm gonna have the kids for Halloween, if you know, y'all. But I'm supposed to have the kids for Halloween, so yeah, I want to do something really, 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 really fun for them. And I do want to go to Halloween Horror Nights. I always say that, Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights. So I guess I'll go with Joey. He better want to go.
So we are officially in fall. I love fall. That is my favorite season of the year. I love watching the leaves turn colors. I just love just the color of fall. I love the weather, but the only thing that I dislike about the month of October is Halloween. I do not celebrate Halloween. My children don't celebrate Halloween. I don't do horror movies. I don't like anything about it because there is definitely a history behind Halloween. And, you know, I definitely don't mind having this conversation if y'all are interested. But this is not to ruffle any feathers because I know everybody has their own traditions and they do, you know, things with their children. So I'm not trying to, you know, make anybody feel a certain way. But this is just my preference. I don't like it because I do know that from the month of September going into the month of October all the way to December, this is the time of year where witchcraft is at its highest peak. But the month of October is definitely one of the most satanic months out the year. You will see a lot of people coming up missing. They do a lot of human rituals. It's just a very demonic time of year. And you know, I remember reading something. I think it was the guy, his name is Adam Lewinsky? It's something like that. But he was the one who started I think he created the Satanic Bible. And one of the things he said in there was how it worked in their favor, like those who practice Satanism, how it worked in their favor to have parents allow their children to celebrate Halloween. So it's definitely something that I think a lot of people, especially parents, should look more into because it's really satanic. And I remember watching, there was a movie, I can't think of the name of it. It's fairly new. I think it's called Deliverance. That's what it was. Deliverance. Y'all couldn't pay me to watch that movie. But I was watching somewhat of a documentary where they were talking about how a lot of horrific things were happening in the making of that movie. And what a lot of people don't know is when it comes to these type of scary horror flicks, they do satanic rituals with these movies, because this stuff is real, y'all. Like, I think a lot of people don't understand that when you're watching horror movies, you're opening up your spiritual windows to allow that type of entity or entities to come in. And I think that's where the enemy, meaning Satan, has been able to get away with so much, because a lot of people don't believe that Satan is real, but he really is real, just like demons are real. And so it's a real thing. Like, even when it comes to the music, like, they do satanic rituals over the music before they even send it out to the people, to the consumers. And so I've been doing research on this for years, y'all. Like, I can definitely have conversations about this stuff. But we just have to be so careful. We have to protect ourselves, because what you take in, whether it's what you're seeing through your eye gates, what you're listening to through your ear gates, and you opening your body up, sexually, and even when it comes to opening your heart to certain people, like, you got to be so careful, because the enemy comes like an angel of light, and it's meant to deceive you. It's meant to present itself as being harmless. Just like you look at trick-or-treating, you think it's harmless. Oh, it's just little cute kids walking around dressed up, but there is a sinister backstory of where all of this originated from. And so I just think it's so important that we really understand where these traditions came from. Why are we celebrating this? Because when you look in the Bible, we don't see anything about Halloween. We don't see anything about these other holidays. But God had holy days that we were supposed to celebrate. So everything that God has put in place, Satan always tries to go behind it and mimic it and create something else. And so, didn't mean to go on a rant, but I just wanted to share that with y'all, because it's just important that we are aware of what's really going on here.
But I started my journey back up today. It is October 1st. I'm going to work out 2 hours today. I'm excited, but I'm also dreading it a little bit. I'm going to work out tonight. I should have worked out this morning, but last night there was some stuff going on and I couldn't really sleep. So I had to sleep in this morning. But tonight I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat, work out, and get some good sleep. I'm going to go to sleep early. I got to get some melatonin from Walmart today when I go, because I need to go to bed. Okay. When are we doing Bible study? Monday. I believe I'm going to do it on Mondays and maybe Wednesdays. I'm going to do it 2 nights a week.
I'm actually, curious to see how this Bible study thing is going to go. I'm definitely going to be watching and reporting on this, and we may have to do some debunking, but I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. I'm even curious to see if she's even going to do this and how consistent she's going to be, because y'all know Olivia, she'll come up with all types of stuff she's going to do, and she's never consistent on it. So we're going to see how this works out.
I was eating healthy and working out some, but I fell off. Okay, Heather, we'll get back on it, baby. Get back on it. Girl, it's hard. Okay, today when I dropped off AJ, I was like, oh, let me go get some food. And I was like, no. I got to get back in my routine. We all fall off, y'all. Even me. We all fall off. So don't feel no ways. Just get back on it. And when you get back on it, know that you're getting back on it with a purpose. And just stay dedicated. Stay dedicated. That's how I lost the weight that I lost. I was dedicated, okay, to the process. But I feel like I can get to my goal weight by the end of November if I stay dedicated. I have all October, all November. I could do it. I could definitely do it.
I think the timing of Olivia having this conversation is very interesting, for the simple fact that Olivia went live on this day, which is October 1st, and Jasmine put out a video on October 1st, which means Jasmine had already recorded this conversation that she had about needing to get back on her weight loss journey. And, the fact that Jasmine had already said this and she posted it on October 1st, here comes Olivia wanting to say the same thing. This is what Jasmine said.
I am so disappointed in myself. Like, bitch, get back on your shit. Vulnerable moment, y'all. So I just finished doing my shots, and when life was life and everything's going on, and I just like picked out, right? I was 200 pounds. I am now 241 pounds, 0.5. My waistline was at a 28, and now it's at a 41. I have a lot of work I need to do. I have to lock the fucking, because bitch, what? And I see it in my face, and that's another reason probably why I haven't been motivated to want to pick up the camera. Like, I could just see it in my face. I gotta do better. I gotta do way better, because this is ridiculous, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm being vulnerable with y'all. I got my water right now. Man, that's crazy how much weight I picked.
Not that I needed any additional proof, but it's very obvious that Olivia still watches Jasmine. And I think it's so weird how Olivia is always trying to throw shots at Jasmine, and she's always want to make it seem like doing DoorDash is a diss, and she tries to make fun of it, which is weird. But it definitely gives that Olivia be inspired by Jasmine. But while we're speaking about Jasmine, I do want to congratulate Jasmine for her getting a new job. This is what she has shared yesterday as well.
And I also need to come on here and tell you guys, your girl got a job. It is work from home, but I do go into the office a couple of times. I just love making money. That's just me. That's me. I love making money, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get it.
So Jasmine basically said that she has a work from home job. She has to go into the office once or twice a week. She did later say in this live that, or in this video, that this is temporary because she is trying to get into something else, but she didn't say what it was. But I just want to give another shout out to Jasmine and just say congratulations for getting a job. I know she has been definitely needing to get additional income considering what she's been going through here recently. So hopefully this works out for her and this helps her get more on her feet to where she doesn't have any issues in the near future where she's needing financial help.
I love this positive live. God is good all the time. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I was in bed last night and I was thinking, I was like, it's hard for me to be positive about certain situations, y'all, because when people do things to me, I feel like, why should I be the bigger person? I feel like I always have to be the bigger person.
See, I'm having a hard time even letting her finish her whole sentence because it's like, here you go again, blaming people for your actions. You talking about it's hard for you to be positive because people do all these things to you to make you a nasty, negative person. No, it's hard for you to be positive with anything. With anything. You can't even be positive with your own children. What did your children do to you? Because what you're saying right here, Olivia, you're saying I can't be positive because this person is doing this to me. So what are your kids doing to you, Olivia, that makes you horrible to them? Why is it that it's always somebody else's fault and that is why you respond? That's not how that works, Olivia. You are who you are because that is who you are. It has nothing to do with what somebody else do. Because if that's the case, Olivia, I mean, you just gonna always just allow other people to pull your strings. Because you can't think for yourself. You can't seem to do something outside of what somebody else is doing. Is that what you're saying? You have no self-control over yourself? Like it shouldn't be where people have all this power over you and they just make you respond in a way that is outside of your character every single time. It doesn't make sense. You do what you do because that is who you are. It's what's in you. And it's so annoying to hear you always go to, people are always messing with me. People are always doing me wrong. People. Well, Olivia, you're going to always encounter people in this lifetime that is not going to always treat you right. That shouldn't be an excuse for you to be a horrible person. It doesn't make sense, Olivia.
Always. And I'm sure a lot of us always feel like that, right? But, like, I'm just not, and this is me. This is coming from me. Nobody said this to me. Nobody, nothing. Okay. But this is the type of person that I am. Like, I reflect on the things that I say. I reflect on things that I do. And even though I might be, in any situation, I might deal with a really evil, horrible person, I have to hold myself to a different standard because I'm not that, you know?
If you're not that, Olivia, if that is not who you are, why do you keep coming onto the internet showing this same version of yourself? If you're saying other people are causing you to act in a way that is not really who you are, why do we keep seeing this person? If you're saying that you go through a reflection process and yet we still see the same you showing up, what kind of reflection are you doing? Because to actually reflect on a thing means that you are considering every situation that aligns with whatever it is you're reflecting on. It's helping you to really process, to really see every angle of the situation in order for you to come to a solid conclusion on what it is you need to do going forward. Reflection produces change. Reflection causes you to deal with the root issue of why you are who you are, why you're behaving in the manner that you're behaving in, or whatever the situation may be as it pertains to what you're reflecting on in that moment. But reflection will cause you to not only recognize the root issue, but it will help you to understand what you need to do going forward to not repeat the same issue again. See, once again, you like to use certain words, but your actions don't align with the words that you're choosing to use. Because if you're truly going through this reflection, there is no reason why we should continue to see the poor behavior that we see when it comes to how you treat others, as well as how you treat your children. Again, it's not adding up, Olivia. And if it's not adding up, and it's not making sense, it's because there is deception in the midst.
So, yesterday when I was celebrating, I just said some things that I later reflected on, and I was like, it's not becoming of me. Like, I don't need to speak like that. I already know what the deal is. Everybody knows what the deal is. I'm better than that, and I need to hold myself to that standard. So, moving forward, I'm going to try my hardest not to speak ill on my kid's father. Now, will I speak on the situation? Yes, I will, because I'm going to help women through situations. But as far as like making fun of his weight and just things like that, like that doesn't matter and doesn't have anything to do with me, I'm not going to go back down that road. You know what I mean? Like, I've come so far from beefing with this dude. And yes, a lot of things has transpired, a lot of things. And he's still the person that he is. But I'm going to let him have that. I have to be better for my kids. For my kids.
I'm confused. You have come so far from beefing with this guy. What has changed? It's been the same thing, Olivia. You've been beefing with this guy 6 years ago. You're still beefing with him today, 6 years later. What? I'm confused. Like, what do you mean you have come so far? You're doing the same thing. You're talking about this man. You're dragging this man. You're dragging the woman. You're making him out to be a horrible father. You are making fun of him, how he looks. This is what you've been doing. How has your behavior today showed an elevation of growth and maturity since you and your husband split up and it ended in divorce? Where's the elevation? You have still showed yourself to be bitter, angry, hurt. The same actions that you have shown from the very beginning, we still see it. I mean, this is the weirdest thing. But again, it's like you love to sit there on your channel like you're on a high horse and you try to speak in a way to make yourself out to look like you're something that you're really not. You're not. There has been no elevation. There has been no growth. There has been no maturity. It could have been, but you chose not to do the work, the real work, so you could be looking a complete different way. But you have been the same since the very start.
And yeah, I'm not gonna make it a big long speech. I'm just saying, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be anything like that person or anybody that is like that. Like, I don't want to be like that. So, like I said, let me clarify this. I will speak on the situation because this is my situation. I will speak on it when I see fit. But as far as like the name calling and all of that extra stuff, I just don't care to do that because I literally don't care. Like, the way he looks has nothing to do with me. Nothing with him has anything to do with me. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to say that because it was bothering me last night and I was just like...
It was bothering you last night, Olivia, because you don't like to be called bitter. You don't like for people to call out the fact that the way you drag that man, the way you do, it shows that there is a deep hurt and bitterness that is still lingering within you. That's what you don't want to be associated with. But for your sake, I hope you do move on. You really should move on completely and not even talk about the situation. But I know you're going to because, this is part of your content. But you talk about the same things over and over again. That part, you can just completely just let it go. Now, if you want to share some new information, that's different. But it's like at this point, the people are tired. They're tired of hearing the same thing because it just makes no sense for you to keep beating a dead horse at this point. But for you to say you felt bad about dragging him and talking about him the way that you did, I'm hoping while you was laying in your bed, you realized that you need to also stop treating your children the way that you do. Because that's not a good look. And you have no one to blame for treating your children that way but yourself. But you really need to stop doing that too.
I know I have a lot of aggression pent up and I have a lot of feelings and I've been done very wrong. All of that is very clear. But I've gotten this far being who I am and I'm not going to go back to who I used to be or...
Do you not realize, Olivia, that who you are today is worse than the person that you was then? You keep making it seem like you have done this growth since who you were then. And you're trying to not go back to that person. Girl, that person was not as bad as the person that we see today. You've definitely gotten worse. And for you to admit to the fact that you have a lot of pent up aggression proves that what I've been saying about you this whole time, Olivia, about you not being healed, was the truth. You kept trying to come on here telling your audience, you're healed, I'm healed, I did the work, I'm healed. And all the while you was not. It's not that I needed you to say this right here. It just confirms that what I've been saying about you, about this, is real. It was true. And your response to it was always, well, you don't know me in real life. You've never seen me. You've never, stood next to me. You've never sat with me. I don't have to. I see you. I listen to you. I can feel your spirit. I can discern. This is why I can call things out on you. But you saying That you have all this aggression speaks very loudly to the fact that you behaving in the way that you do has nothing to do with what Gerard is doing to you. It has nothing to do with what Nisha may or may not be doing to you. It's nobody, not even on YouTube, you can't blame. You have the pent up aggression. The aggression is in you. So for you to be trying to come on here talking about the people made me do it, the people made me talk like this, the people make me act like this, no. You do it because it's what's in you. Once again, proving my point. You are who you are because that is who you are. The aggression is in you, and you need to deal with that aggression.
You know? No. So, anyway, that's my little thing that I wanted to say about that situation. And moving forward, I already have like a whole plan with this whole situation, and we're just going to take it day at a time. We're going to get through this because I always get through this, okay? And the main point here is doing the best for my kids, okay? So that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do. And yeah. Okay, just wanted to say that because my mom raised me better, you know?
I wonder if Stella had a conversation with Olivia about the conversations that are being had here on YouTube about how Stella dropped the ball and how we're holding Stella's feet to the fire when we look at the behavior of Olivia, and when we look at the fact that it seems that Stella co-signs a lot of Olivia's behavior, the fact that Stella has been absent from her grandchildren's life, and knowing that she watches Olivia's chats and sees the mistreatment, just the lack of her presence. I think because Stella is getting a lot of pushback, it's making me wonder if this is why Olivia is saying what she's saying right here. But as always, you know, we're going to see what it do. And we're going to see for how long it gives. Because it's not like we ain't heard this many times before. You want to prove so bad that your mama Stella is a saint. That she's a good mother. But it's not giving that. It doesn't matter what you say. It's what we're seeing. And regardless if you like the fact what's being said, it doesn't change the fact that that's what's going on here. Because there's so many opportunities, there has been so many opportunities where your mother could have stepped in at any given time to change the course of where we see your life headed. Now, true that, you're a grown woman who's capable of making your own decisions, but as reckless as you have been, with not just your life, but with the lives of your children, oh, somebody definitely should have pulled the reins a long time ago, and they haven't. So, you can keep saying that your mama raised you right, but it's always screaming out loud that that's a lie.
So very proud of you. I know it's hard because everything that's been done to you. Yeah, Jen, for real. It is hard. It's very hard. It's hard to be the bigger person. It is. It's so easy to act any type of way. You know what I mean? We see it done every single day. So I'm good. I'd rather, just do the right thing. Yeah, I also want to start. I have so much I want to do. You guys know I want to do the tattoos. I want to work on that probably next week. So next week I'm gonna start on a new tattoo. This one turned out really good. If you guys want to see it, I'll show you. I have to do more lining, but look how good, like, it came out with the color and everything. Don't look at my line work, you guys. It's not the best. But for this to be my first tattoo, I'm super proud of it. And I want to do like my whole thigh. I'm going to do a big butterfly right here next. So stay tuned for that. and just work on my crafts, work on the things that I like to do. Music as well. I'm going to start doing more music. And yeah, I think that'll be a good outlet for me, the music. Yeah, you guys, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with bettering yourself. That's what we're supposed to do as humans. People like to shame. People like to shame others and they like to put them down, but that's really just them putting their own issues and problems on you, their own insecurities, their own shortcomings, their own whatever the case may be. They're just putting that on you and just don't even pay attention to it. People will say things enough times just so you will believe it. They'll try to drill it in your head. You're a bad mom. You're a bad mom. You're a bad mom. I know I'm not a bad mom. Like, I know that, I don't just say that because I say it. No, I know that because I am. Everything that I do for my kids is because I love them, and it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter. It's not a competition. It's never been a competition with me, at least. But I see. I don't know. It's weird. People like to be in competition about everything, and I've never been that type of person. Like, I've never been worried about other people. I've never compared myself to other people. But as we get older, it's such an immature thing to do, but I noticed that is what adults do. But I don't, just don't even worry about that. Just do your best that you can do,
Olivia, what? You said that's what adults do. So are you saying adults shame others? Adults are in competition with others? That's what adults do? If you are an adult, you're pretty much saying that about yourself. Even though you just got through saying that you don't compete with other people and you don't, judge other people, or you don't, compare yourself with other people. But you do. Because what do you think you're doing when you're constantly picking other women's looks apart? You're judging them. You're comparing your looks against the other woman's looks. And you're saying that because you look a certain way, that other person is ugly. It's something wrong with how they look. It's something wrong with how their nose look compared to yours. It's something wrong with the skin complexion of that woman compared to yours. It's something wrong with the hair texture that the other woman has compared to yours. That's exactly what you do. And for you to try to make it seem like anyone who speaks truth on you is shaming you, that within itself, Olivia, shows how out of touch of reality you are. How would anybody be able to point anything out to you without them being deemed as someone that is shaming you? So are you saying your mother has never had to correct you on something? Was she shaming you for doing that? Was she putting her own insecurities and her own issues onto you for doing that? Like, once again, you're not making sense. You've even said your sister has had to sit you down and tell you some things about yourself. And you listened to her. Was she shaming you? Was she putting her insecurities and her issues onto you? Like, you're not making sense. You will say anything to justify why you don't want to take any type of accountability for what is being said about you. You do not want to see the truth. And you will lie your way out of it and try to tell other people that what truth is being exposed about you is actually them shaming you and being envious of you and competing with you. And also, they're putting their own issues onto you. I mean, this is insane. You want to continue to believe that you're a good mother, but you sat here and told your own child that he was a liar when you knew he wasn't lying. You sit here all the time on this internet neglecting your children, cussing at your children, being mean to your children, talking to them any kind of way, and you want to talk about I'm not a bad mom? And just because people keep highlighting The type of mother you are, you want to make us be the ones that have the issue? Oh, wow. Girl, you tried it, but you failed. Because that is a whole mess right there that you would even say that out your mouth. That is ridiculous, Olivia. But you just got through talking about how you want to change for the better. This is you changing. This is you reflecting. This is what you came up with during your reflection? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all have areas to get better in. 100%. Yes. 100%. But anyway, with that being said, I am vlogging today, so don't think I'm not vlogging, y'all. I want you guys to tell me. You guys can tell me right now, or when people watch this back, or later when this video gets posted to YouTube. I want to know what you guys want to see this month. I already have a whole list of stuff that I'm going to give you guys this month, but I want to know, like, from your guys's, you guys are the watchers, so I want to know, like, what you guys want to see as far as the vlogs go. And like I said, today I'm vlogging. I'm going to do a little bit more of this vlog, and I'll probably post it tonight. And then I'm going to go to the store tonight with my babies, and we're going to get costumes for my 2 younger ones. And can you return Halloween costumes? Is that a thing or no? I need to check with Walmart and see if I can return. Because just in case, because I'm going to buy all my baby's costumes. I'll probably buy the older 3 costumes this weekend. And I want to make sure that I can return them just in case, Are you going to vlog with Joey? I'm going to vlog around him. He'll be here for sure this time. So I'm going to vlog around him. I don't know. I don't think he'll be in the vlogs just yet.
What are y'all thinking about this situation? Do y'all think he's really coming down? Do you think it's going to be another excuse she's going to give as to why he's not there? Or do you just don't believe a Joey exists? Let me know what y'all are thinking.
I also want to do cook with me's. So yeah, I'm going to do that too. Cook with me's. And I did last year's because it was too small for your baby. Okay. Mommy and kids stay out. Yeah, that's another thing. I want to find fun events for the kids. And I found a car that I want. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics. And I'm just like really trying to... I'm going to have a car note. Like, it's coming. But I really like this car. Like, I went to go see it today. It will be in the vlog. Just a little bit. I don't want to really put the car out there like that. But I went and saw it. And it's so beautiful. And, yeah, guys. Yes, planning Robin's B-Day party. Yes. And if you guys are in the Dallas area and you guys want to come to her birthday, you guys can come to her birthday. But of course, I'm going to have to, call you and see who you are and everything and all of the things. Clean eating and healthy food. Okay, we could do that. We could totally do that. Yeah, because I know I have a lot of supporters. Like I said, I'm going to have to vet the people if you guys do want to come to her birthday party. Have to vet you a little bit. But I have like a lot of supporters. And I told myself coming back to Dallas this time, I was like, I'm not going to be like a hermit. Like if people want to meet up, if people want to chill, please don't be a weirdo. Like please don't be on no type of like fan shit. Just be like a normal person and like we could kick it. I miss back in the day when I used to meet my viewers and like I wasn't worried about them being like a secret hater trying to take pictures of me behind my back and post them. Like it's so weird when you get to this level. That's why they be saying the top is lonely, honey, okay? Because people just start acting weird and it's really not that type of party. Like everyone, we could just be normal. I'm just a normal person.
I mean, what are y'all's thoughts about this? I do find it a little, I don't know. I don't understand why she wants to invite strange women to her daughter's birthday party. Now, I could see if it was Olivia's birthday and you want to invite these women, but why would you be inviting people off the internet to attend your child's birthday party? I don't know. That just seems a little odd. But what are y'all thoughts on that?
You live in an open carry state. Oh, yes, I do. And I take full advantage. But I don't even want to be like that. Like, I don't want to be on that type of time. I just want to be like, just be normal. I have a lot of ladies who have kids. They always reach out to me and they're like, Liv, I'm in Dallas. We should have a play date. And, you know, in the past, I've been like, hell no, because I don't know your motives. But, like, why not meet up for a play date? You know what I mean? Like, it's just normal stuff. That's normal. She said fan shit. For real. And, like, if I was closed-minded and closed-hearted, like, I wouldn't have met, like, one of the greatest people, Jen. Jen is awesome. And she's, you know, totally normal, great person. So, okay. So, yeah, we are doing the Bible study. I saw a couple people saying that. I'm going to post the videos today. I know I said yesterday, but, y'all, when I got off the live, I was so tired because I didn't sleep the night before, really. And I took a nap. I woke up and yeah. Okay, so it is $39. This book is $39, but it's so beautiful. Like, and this is like the top rated Bible study book on TikTok. Well, wish I can get a discount. Let me see if I can get a discount for you guys. Like a flash sale or something. Because I'll do that. Let me message the company.
So my question is, Olivia, had you not got this study Bible as a way to bring about commission if you could sell it through TikTok? If you didn't have this study Bible, would you be talking about having Bible study? I think not. I think this is just another way for her to make money. And now she's letting the people know that if they want to purchase this study Bible, it's going to cost them $39. Yeah. I mean, if it's really about you wanting to have Bible study, Olivia, why are you trying to sell them this book? Why not you just make the videos using the book and do it from that point? But instead, you're trying to make money. And it just makes this even more disingenuous.
I'm getting my babies this weekend, so I'm so excited to see my kids. And my mommy is here, so my mommy is going to spend some time with her grandbabies. And it's exciting, you guys. It's exciting. You know, I really think everything happens for a reason. Oh, I want to take my kids to the movies. Okay, now that my mother is here, what movie? I'm taking Christian, Robin, and Ryan to the movies this weekend. What movie can we see? I haven't taken them to the movies in so long. I want to take them to the movies. And my mom is here. I mean, Joey will be here next week, so whatever. But my mom is here right now. What movie should I take them to go see? What movies are out? We're going to see. I'm going to look that up right now. Because I have just been dying to take my babies to the movies. We love going to the movies.
So I see now she's excited to mention the fact multiple times that her mother is there. But it's just really, it's hurtful for her to acknowledge this and yet call AJ pretty much a liar for saying it before she was ready to. See, now she can say it because everybody's already been saying her mom's there. And now that it's all out in the opening, now she wants to embrace the fact that she's letting the people know her mom is there. But you just got through calling AJ a liar for sharing that information.
Okay, I'm going to post the... I don't think you can click on it from here. No, you can't click on it. Never mind. We can't click on it from right here. So it doesn't matter. I'll post it in my my community post as well. Have you decorated? No, but I think I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree tonight and get some stuff. Here, let me see. Movies out right now. I can't take him to see anything scary. Gabby's Dollhouse? That's what you were saying? What is this, Gabby's Dollhouse? Is it scary? Oh no. Oh, I think they would like this. Okay, I will ask them if they want to see that. I'll ask them. Dang, that's it? I mean, there's some scary ones and stuff out, but no. Oh, they have Casper 30th anniversary. I wonder if my baby saw Casper. Oh my god. Oh, this is in Burleson though. It's far. Why is it not getting my closest? She had a short. Yeah, that was an old short, baby. I just posted that short. It was old though. Okay, so I guess Gabby's Dollhouse is all I see here. They have Bad Guys too. Will you get married again? And are you in Texas? Yeah, I'm in Texas. Will I get married again? Not with the courts. I won't. I'll get married again. Just getting married again, yeah. But not through the courts, honey. Let's hit the like button, y'all. Everyone in here, hit the like button. I mean, I'm gonna ask them if they want to see that movie. But I do have to find fun things in the area for us to do. People are so thrown off. Like, what? Oh, wait, no, I'm not gonna block you. Wait, should I block you? Who are you? You look familiar. No, I won't block you. Let me just delete the comment because it's stupid. The like button is at the top. Oh, I appreciate you guys. You guys are so sweet in the comments. I love y'all. Okay, I'll see if they want to see any of those movies. I've been wanting to watch a scary movie. I think I'm going to watch a scary movie tonight. Let me show you the nails that I just got. Hold on, y'all. I really want to show you these nails.
So this girl bought her some nails. She bought a TV for the kids' room. She's about to purchase her a new car. She's back on the weight loss shot. She is spending money. And yet, I'm trying to figure out what exactly took place during the court case, because I'm wondering if she dropped some money. I would think she would give them some kind of money because, girl, like, you really are toting the line with this. But for you to say you broke and you're not monetized, but you definitely are spending money here, left and right. I mean, I'm very interested with this. Like, what's going on, Olivia? Where are you getting this money?
You're gonna take the yes, I'm gonna take the babies to a pumpkin patch. Are you posting a vlog today? Yes, I am. Later tonight, I'm gonna post it. I want to finish the vlog. I'm gonna finish the vlog a little bit later with my mom, and then yeah, I'll post it. I have to get AJ, come home. We're gonna go to Walmart, depending on how yeah, I gotta go to Walmart today, so I can do that. Liberty, don't think I forgot about you, baby. I have not forgot about you or the thing I'm gonna send you. Okay, I have not forgot about you. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. I just had to get through court, you guys. I was kind of like I told you guys, I thought I wasn't hoping that I was gonna go to jail, but I was just like, I need to prepare myself, and I don't know. So everything else can come second to that. I need to just figure that out. And now that that's over and that's done with, and I do have another court date coming up, but I'm not going to speak on that until we get to that day. But I'm not worried about it. I have a lawyer, and I'm just not worried about it like I was worried about this one. This one came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, okay, so he finally actually did what he said he wasn't going to do, which was revoke the supervision. So I just thought, okay, well, I'm going to go to jail. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was ready if it happens. But I'm happy that I didn't, because my babies need me. My kids need me. And I know the judge knows that. Like, the judge is like, I feel like he's just like, Olivia, please just comply so we don't have to do this again. You know, that's the vibe I got from him. So, and then after the court date, I had like a couple other meetings with a couple other people. So I feel positive about it. You know, I have to deal with this shit until I don't have to deal with it anymore because of the person I'm dealing with, you know.
So Olivia confirms that she does have another court date and that she does have an attorney. She goes on to say, though, that the vibe that she got from the judge was one of, Olivia, please comply. And she's in turn taking it more seriously. I guess I just don't understand, why did Olivia have to go through all of this just to come to the conclusion that she should have came to at the very beginning when she was going to court for her 3 children. Why didn't she comply at that point? I just will never understand. But according to Olivia, she's saying that she's ready to finally comply with the courts. So this is going to be interesting to see how this turns out.
He's gonna drag it on. He's just gonna keep dragging it and dragging it and dragging it, because that's the type of person he is, unfortunately. Unless I do what he wants me to do, I'm gonna have to deal with what I have to deal with. So it's either one or the other, girl, and I chose this way because I don't want to do the other way. So with that being said, we're just going to do everything that we have to do, and I'm looking forward to it, because the lady that I spoke to yesterday at the courthouse, she gave me a lot of good information. And like I said, I have a lawyer. I have a court appointed lawyer now. So yeah, you know, I have everything that I need. So it's just working on that, and I will throughout these couple months. I'm going to be working on it, and then yeah, you know, after this next court date, I still have to go back to court because I have to try to get Robin. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to, if he continues to not let me speak to the kids or see the kids on my days, then he will be in violation of the court order, and I will take him to court for that. And that's just what we got to do.
Okay, so Olivia said that she has a court-appointed attorney, and she made it a point to say that she's going to continue to work on what was suggested to her for the next couple of months. So I'm assuming that her next court date may be in December of this year. And she goes on to say that she's going to go back to court to try to get Robin. And, you know, she also said that, you know, when it comes to Gerard not allowing her to speak to the kids when she calls or all of that, she's saying that she is going to take him to court even for that. And this is pretty much what I was saying earlier, that it does seem like there are some things being done that is not specifically court ordered. And so if Olivia has to go strictly by the book, Gerard also has to go strictly by the book. It can't be where, you know, Olivia has to do everything by the book, but because Gerard has the children, he can kind of make up his own rules. So I do feel that the court needs to be involved when it comes to both sides. You know, if Olivia is dropping the ball, Gerard needs to go to court and make it more clear as to what he can and cannot do, and vice versa. So I think that's what the court is there for. They act as the mediator so that both parties can do what they need to do to ensure that, there is structure there and how they need to go about handling the children. So, again, very interesting. I'm wondering what terms they laid out for Olivia for her to, say that there are some things she has to do. I'm wondering what she has to comply to. But I'm sure she's not going to share that. I would be surprised if she did, but I'm very interested in that.
I wanted to touch on this as well. I wanted to say, because I was looking at my comments before I came on live, and somebody was like, I hope you heal or something like that. Because I posted something in my my community post. I'm healing while you're balding. I mean, it's very factual. You know what I mean? Maybe it wasn't the nicest thing to say, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? And I feel like, stress be eating people up, and it is what it is. But somebody posted in that post, and they're like, this is not healing, and blah blah blah. This hate train that people are on when it comes to me, y'all might as well hop off. Okay, I don't know who this is going to apply to, whoever's in here, because I know my haters be the first ones in line. But I just want everybody to be clear with this. I'm not going nowhere. Okay, I'm not shakeable. I'm not movable. I think everyone has tried literally everything in the book to knock me down, and it hasn't worked yet. So I would just suggest people to go on your own healing journey and figure out what it is that you're suffering through, and maybe work on that, because hating somebody on the internet, trying to convince me of something that I'm very firm in who I am. I stand 10 toes down, and I'm a good person, and I like me. I'm good. I'm happy. I have healed a lot. Yes, I'm never a finished product because God is always and forever working on me. But with me saying that, everybody in this room needs to know that about themselves as well. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, okay? We all have our faults. So instead of sitting on the internet and trying to point out other people's faults, work on yourself. I guarantee you so much will come from that. So much good will come from that. The instant gratification you get from trying to tear somebody down online, it's not going to last. The thing that lasts is what you work hard at, what you work for, and healing and doing the work and going through the process of the actual healing is what you get rewarded with in the end.
The problem that I have with what Olivia just said right here is I feel people, not just Olivia, but I feel people in general use the phrase nobody's perfect as a buffer to not take accountability for the wrong they do. I feel people hide behind that phrase thinking that some kind of way that is supposed to excuse their bad behavior. Although it is a known fact that no one is perfect, it doesn't excuse the fact that people have the right to point out what they see as bad behavior. So if I'm coming to you and I say to you, Olivia, the way you treat your children is horrible, that is a fact. And I have a right to voice that. Me saying that is not saying I think I'm perfect. Me saying that is stating the obvious. You are a horrible mother to your children, because I have a lot of proof to back that up. I have supporting evidence that will speak volumes if I was to have a judge look at everything that I've seen since I've been viewing how you are with your children. Nobody with a clear conscience, with common sense, and with a right moral compass would be able to turn a blind eye to that very fact. So I have a huge problem with people in general using the phrase, nobody's perfect. Because it allows people to hide behind the things that they are doing that's wrong. I have the ability to see what is right and what is wrong. We all have that ability to discern clearly right behavior versus wrong behavior. And you're not going to sit here and try to gaslight me into making me feel as if I'm doing something wrong by stating what is real, what is true, what is right. And so, although I don't take everything you just said right here as if you were speaking it directly to me, I'm taking the opportunity to correct you in what you said right here, because you cannot sit here and try to justify your bad behavior by putting it into the category of saying that, well, I'm not perfect, and because I'm not perfect, nobody can tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. That's not how that works, Olivia. At all. Just like people try to say, you're not supposed to judge. Who said that? The Bible clearly states that God gives us the right to judge righteously. He gives us the right to judge righteously. That means He has given us all the ability to see what is deemed as righteous versus what is evil or unrighteous. And if we see something that is being done unrighteously, He gave us the authority to call that out. So it's very manipulative to try to hide behind this phrase, nobody's perfect, because you don't want anyone to call you out for the unrighteousness that you show on a daily basis. So again, I stress the fact, when you said all that you said, I didn't take it as you was completely directing that to me. But it's the fact that you even said it. Correction had to be brought, because that is not how you need to be viewing this situation. People have a right to tell you the truth. Now, you have a right to either take heed to the truth that's being told to you or disregard it. But the truth still stands whether you want to accept it or not.
So, yeah, I just want to say that because people are on this hate train. It's like, I'm not saying that I'll never get hate comments or I'll never be hated. No, I feel like it comes with the territory, but it's just like enough is enough, you know, and it's the same people always in my comments saying the same stuff. And I'm just like, girl, can you please, like, I feel bad. Like, can you help yourself? Because I don't get it. Let's just, yeah. Okay, Renee, I will. People are always worried about the next bit. Girl, for real. And it could never be me. Like, don't we all have so much to do in life? Like, how could you be worried about the next person? I've been telling you it's reverse psychology 100%. Yeah, because it's just unnecessary. And like I said, it's the same people that come in my comments saying the same thing. And I just be like, girl. But yeah, like I said, I have been through so much, and God keeps me standing. You know, He keeps me firm, standing up high, and I've just come such a long way. You know, such a long way, and I'm so freaking proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself, you know? And it's not easy. Nothing's easy. And you know, and that's why I be telling you guys, no matter what you're going through in life, you guys see me going through like some of the worst shit. So don't ever like get down on yourself and think that you won't get through a situation. You will. You will definitely get through a situation. You just gotta keep strong. Okay? I love to hear that. If Kai excited, is Kai excited to see her dad? Kai doesn't understand. Kailani is a baby. He's excited to see her. I know that. He was supposed to come last month, as you guys know, but he couldn't for whatever reason. And he's coming this month, and he was like so bummed. I thought I was bummed. He was like so bummed. So he's more excited than anybody. And I'm excited that Kailani will have her dad. And yeah, AJ too. AJ loves Joey.
So that was pretty much all for this live. Olivia is still saying that Joey is going to be coming down next week. When asked if Kalani was excited to see her dad, she was like, Kalani is just a baby. She doesn't know what's going on. But it's the fact that, you know, Olivia said that Joey is excited to see Kalani. And I'm just thinking to myself, why did it have to take almost 2 years for you to see your daughter? I mean, that really does not make sense, but I mean, this is Liv's life. I guess it makes sense to her. But, you know, again, I just want to stress the fact that, you know, I don't know what type of comments Olivia gets over on her channel that would make her have this conversation that she just had about, you know, nobody's perfect. But again, it just bothers me when I see people be manipulative and using certain words to try to justify, you know, wrong behavior, and to try to flip, you know, the script, if you will. It just really does something to me, because it's like, it's not hard to show accountability. It's really not difficult to be a good person. It's not. A lot of times when you do something wrong, you know you did something wrong. Whether it's something that you said to somebody, whether it's something that you thought in your heart towards somebody, you clearly know when you're doing something wrong. But for some people, they just keep going. And they lie to themselves and they tell themselves, oh, well, it's okay for me to be like this. Oh, it's okay if I feel this way about this person. Not having no reasons for why, or justifying reasons in their mind so they can continue on being the way that they are. But 9 times out of 10, I don't care what you do, you know when you're doing something right and when you're doing something wrong. And it just bothers me when I see people continue to make excuses and justify their wrong behavior, and then want to try to blame their bad behavior onto the next person. I don't like those type of individuals at all, and it just does something. So I had to speak on that, because I see it a lot with Olivia, and I don't understand why she chooses to continue down this path. But I'm going to leave it here, because I'm going to end up going on another rant, and this video is long enough. So I'm going to see y'all in the next video. It's OneLove, and I'm out.